not going to be ready for that. They can't test you for that. There's not a test in the world that can test you for that. But you can't show the world that if you don't believe in yourself. As I talked about the kids that thought they were going to be doctors and fell off, they gave up. Are you guys going to give up? When the tests come and you may have failed the test, you may get a D on the test, you may start doing poorly in a class, are you going to give up? Because some of these universities are going to tell you that. Some of the HBCUs, they won't. They foster your development. But some of you all that are going into these major universities, you have to continue to believe in yourself. In your mind, you have to say, I refuse to fail. It doesn't matter what they tell me. It doesn't matter what I come up against. It doesn't matter the things that I go through. I'm going to keep pushing. And every obstacle and hurdle that I come up against, I'm going to move. It's a stepping stone. You're going to fail tests. You're going to fall back. Don't lose the confidence. Always bet on yourself. Always believe in yourself. Because your best is always good enough. If you give your best, if you give 110% effort, it's always good enough. Don't let anybody tell you, anybody in this room, that if you give everything you have to succeed and refuse to fail and put everything into it, you will succeed. Because it's always good enough. It's better than enough. The problem is that we don't think so. So when we start failing these tests or when we start doing bad, we say, my best may not be good enough. Back at Xavier, when I'm at the first two months, 1998, I got all D's. I was having all D's and a C, basically. Well, C's and D's, pretty much. And I had a D in biology going into the semester, going into 2 months in. And so I sat down in my professor's his office hours, and I was like, look, I need to get a B in this class. I cannot become a physician by getting a D in biology. He told me, well, son, nobody has ever had a D and got a B in my class at the end. So pretty much you relegated to a D or best C. Now I could have did one of two things. I could have said, all right, well, let me tuck my tail between my legs and move on. It lit a fire and a fury inside of me for somebody telling me something that I can't do. And I studied harder. I went to every tutoring session. I humbled myself and said, this is something that I can't do. I need to figure out how to do it. And I'm going to get the help, and I'm going to get to all the tutoring sessions. I'm going to get to all studying sessions. I'm going to be in the library until they tell me I got to get out, man. Once it opens up, I'm going to get right back in there. All day, every day. I go back to the dorm, I eat. I put my clothes on, I'm going to class, and I'm getting back in the library. By the end, I have to leave. I told him, I sat down in front of his desk, I said, now you got one. That's a great feeling. That's a phenomenal feeling. But I can't put that burn, I can't put that passion, I can't put that desire in you. You gotta want it for yourself. And if you don't want it for yourself, you're gonna be like the other 800 that don't make it. I got people that are super smart, that are not physicians because they gave up on themselves, they didn't bet on themselves, they didn't invest in themselves. Every one of you, again, if you don't hear nothing else that I say, if you believe in yourself, you invest in yourself, you bet on yourself, you'll make it. Like Drake said, know yourself, know your worth. If you don't know your worth, and you don't know your worth is the most successful thing that you want to be in this life, and it's going to happen, guess what? You'll never achieve it. So you got to